In the heart of a sprawling metropolis, where towering skyscrapers cast long shadows over bustling streets, a gang of criminals held the city in a vice grip of fear. Their audacity knew no bounds. They robbed banks in broad daylight, terrorized neighborhoods, and evaded capture at every turn. The police, stretched thin and overwhelmed, found themselves powerless to stop the chaos. But little did the city know, its hero wasn't a man in uniform, but a brave, sharp-eyed police cat named Max. Max was no ordinary feline. With his sleek black fur and piercing green eyes, he was a symbol of loyalty and courage. Max was a part of the police force, trained to assist in missions, and loved by his fellow officers for his uncanny instincts. When the city's cry for help reached its peak, Max sprang into action. One fateful evening, the criminals struck again, robbing yet another bank and leaving a trail of destruction. Max, quick and fearless, joined the pursuit. The chase was intense, a blur of screeching tires, flashing sirens, and desperate screams. Max's agility and sharp senses made him a formidable opponent. He darted through alleys and leaped over obstacles, narrowing the distance between him and the gang. Finally, Max cornered the criminals in a dimly lit alley. The leader, a towering man with a sneer etched on his face, stepped forward, daring the small yet fearless police cat. Max didn't hesitate. With one powerful leap, he sank his teeth into the leader's leg, forcing a scream of pain that echoed through the night. The other criminals, struck by fear and chaos, abandoned their leader and scattered into the darkness. The police swarmed in, arresting the leader and reclaiming some semblance of peace for the city. Max's bravery didn't go unnoticed. The very next day, the city gathered to honor him. Applause erupted as Max was awarded a medal for his courage, his name etched in the hearts of every citizen. But even in the midst of celebration, Max carried a quiet sadness, a wound that no accolade could heal. His father, a legendary police cat who had inspired him to serve, had been killed years ago during a similar confrontation with criminals. Max vowed to never rest until those responsible were brought to justice. Years passed, and the bustling metropolis changed. Yet some things remained the same. Crime persisted, and so did Max's resolve. Now older but no less determined, Max had become a seasoned officer, respected for his keen intellect and unwavering bravery. When a series of high-profile robberies shook the city once again, Max noticed a chilling pattern. The methods, the targets, even the audacity, they all pointed to the same gang that had taken his father's life. Max delved into the case, his instincts sharper than ever. The clues led him to an abandoned warehouse on the city's outskirts, a place shrouded in shadows and secrecy. Max approached cautiously, his every step silent but deliberate. Inside, the gang was celebrating their latest heist, oblivious to the storm about to descend on them. With a sudden burst of energy, Max sprang into action. The gang, caught off guard, scrambled to defend themselves. But Max was relentless. He leaped, dodged, and struck with precision, using his speed and cunning to outmaneuver the criminals. One by one they fell, subdued and shackled by the arriving police backup. Finally, Max confronted the leader, the same man he had once bitten in that alley years ago. The man's face paled as he recognized the feline who had haunted his nightmares. Justice was served that night. Max had avenged his father and dismantled the gang that had terrorized the city for so long. As the criminals were led away in handcuffs, the city once again hailed Max as a hero. But this time, his victory was deeply personal. He had honored his father's memory and ensured that the metropolis he loved was safer for its citizens. From that day forward, Max continued to serve with the same dedication that had defined his journey. He became a symbol of hope, proving that even the smallest among us can achieve the greatest of deeds. Max's story lived on, inspiring generations of officers, both human and feline, to protect and serve with courage, honor, and an unwavering sense of justice.